years, the club are moving to the City of Manchester Stadium, the centrepiece of last year's Commonwealth Games. And as City fans prepare to bid farewell to Maine Road, we asked one of the legendary Gallagher brothers, Oasis's Noel Gallagher, for his thoughts and memories.
Dad first took me there in 1974. I always assumed it was 1971 for some reason. And the first memory is seeing Malcolm McDonald score a one goal in Newcastle getting hammered 5-1 at Maine Road. My dad was Irish, you know, he came from just outside Dublin, so really that makes us United supporters, but he took us to Maine Road first and that was it, you know, we were hooked then. It's where I met a lot of friends that I've still got in Manchester, you know, and there's even people that when I go back I see now and I couldn't tell you what their names are. But I know that they go on Maine Road every week, you know, and it was where in the 80s when they used to let people who were on the dole in for free, you know, where we could always go and hang out, you know, and get into trouble and all that stuff. But it's part. In those day and ages, the football clubs were still part of the community. It's my vivid memories of in the 80s, you know, getting relegated by Luton and stuff like that.
That was quite a suit David Please had, wasn't it? And quite a run.
Yeah. That was where it all sort of started to spiral downhill, really.
Is it individual games that stick in your mind or an overall memory of being at Maine Road?
The three would be getting relegated to Luton on the last day of the season and then getting promoted and beating Charlton 5-1 and hammering Man United 5-1. 3 special days out of 30 odd years. Doesn't really right on right, is it? I suppose it's because the other lot win European Cups and the Premiership every season and stuff. I suppose it doesn't really matter what we do, do you know what I mean? We're always going to be second, we're always going to play second fiddle to them. I would rather kick my daughter out of my house than let her go and support Arsenal or Man United. You know, they've got Mick Hucknall, you know, I support Man City, you don't need to say anymore.
Is supporting City like having life's ups and downs?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Take the match against Gillingham in the playoffs, for instance, you know. It just sums up being a City supporter in that 120 minutes or whatever it was, you know. I mean, I'd left the ground in disgust at 2-0 down with 7 minutes to go or something. And, you know, that was it for me. I thought, well, if we don't get out of this division this year, that's it. You know, the club's finished. Especially if United just won the European Cup, I think, the week before. You get in the car, by the time you got in the car, we're through. You got to go back up for the penalty shootout. You know, it just sums it all up. But, you've got to take the smooth with the rough, you know. There's a lot of rough. We've always had these players that City fans love that really wouldn't... I mean, when Sean leaves City, he's going to... I don't know where he's going to go, you know. He's an out-and-out City player.
Are you a Kincladze fan? Absolutely.
Kincladze was breathtaking at the time. Breathtaking, because we never had a player like that. Him and Bernardi are the 2 greatest players I've ever seen play there.
It's sublime, and it's typically
It was always a dream to play at Maine Road, if only to make Bonehead play there because he hates Man City and he's a Red. You know, it's to make him walk out on that pitch. You know, with like 30,000 Oasis City fans there. You know, it was magnificent. He was absolutely devastated for the whole weekend, which incidentally is why he left Luton.
What are your thoughts now about the leaving of Maine Road, that it's all over?
Well, at first I was, I thought it was a bit of a shame. But then it's all about the kids who support City now, you know. And their mates got a shiny brand new Old Trafford and we've got to move on. It's like moving house, and we've all moved house, you know. You'll find your spot in the ground where you like watching the game from, and you know, it'll become home in about 4 or 5 seasons.
Sven, I don't know if you're an Oasis fan or not. I was just wondering, who picks the music in the England dressing room?
I don't know that. I know that they asked me if they could have some music before the warm-up.
What did you think, yeah?
I said, yes, as long as it's music, you can have it.
You could have lent them some ABBA tapes, couldn't you? That'd have been good.
ABBA. I don't know who is the boss of that.
Yeah, I bet it's Rio. I bet Rio has a little bit of a thought on that.
Yeah, I will ask next time.
More on Maine Road still to come, but now to what's been the gripping scramble to avoid relegation. So who will